Hello and welcome. My name's Beck and you're watching Beck's Crafty Nook. We have our final update on the Minecraft blanket. It's very late Saturday night because the party is tomorrow. So I've finished everything. I just need to assemble. So here is our beautiful pile of pieces. Very exciting. We have our 2 panels and all our squares. I'll show you which squares I got done this week. So we got a sheep. We have all the ends woven in and their borders on ready to join. Then we got a polar bear. We did her Scarlett's avatar that she has at the moment. So this is her avatar and this is the chart that I made. Very cute. Then we did the TNT, little dynamite, and a llama. Very cute. And a pig. I don't think we had that one last week. So we've got quite a few squares done. I did forget to show you the creeper block behind me because I forgot about it. And then I thought we needed 18 squares, but then I realized that 5 times 3 is actually 15. So I'm hoping the maths works out and we have enough. I've made a Pinterest board that's going to have all the charts on it and all the pictures of the finished squares as well. So I'll link that in the description and you can make any of these animals if you'd like to. Some of these charts I've made myself. Some of the charts I've converted from the 8x8 into 16x16. And of course the character one I made myself from the picture. So we need to join the 2 large panels together. We're going to use my favorite flat joining method. Then we're going to join the squares into rows of 3 and then join those rows together. Once all the 5 rows of 3 are together, we will join that to the 2 panels. So let's get joining.
Day 2.
Okay, it is the next day, 8 a.m. I've been working for an hour. I'm elbows deep in the blanket. So I'm going to show you what I have seamed and what's left to go, and I think we're going to make it. The party is at 11:30. We've got to leave by 11. It's 8, so I still have 3 hours. We're going to get this done. Let's take a look at how we're going to assemble all the pieces. Okay, so we have the length ready, the 2 seams put together, and then next to it we're going to have the animals going this way. So we have joined. We've got a row of 3 and 2 rows of 6. So we need to seam here, and I've got our other row. Our other row of 6. Have I put anything upside down? So this will join here and then here. So we do them in blocks so they're easy to join rather than going row by row. If we went row by row, we'd have all these blocks on one side and not on the other. Sizzle, no, you're being fed. Stop it. And so then the seams will go here. So then we'll have one more seam there. So I'm going to seam these guys up, and then we'll add the panels. And hopefully we'll have enough time to do 1 round of single crochet around the outside. Yeah, it's looking good. So I just want to go back a step and walk you through my flat joining method. So we put a slip knot on the hook, and then we're going to insert our hook down. Now I did 3 lots of 3 on the corner. So I put it 1 stitch past the 3. So it was in the true corner. And so you pull that from the back to the front, and then you go from the front to the back, you yarn over, and you make a single crochet. You take that off your hook, go from the front to the back, tighten it up, front to the back, pull through and pull through again like a single crochet. And this is super simple, keeps your joins really flat, really neat because you're going through both of the loops. So when you whip stitch, you often just go through that back loop and then you have a front loop just hanging around. So I was really happy with this joining method where I did the blanket stitch and, well, the blanket like stitch that I showed you last episode, and then a single crochet around just to keep everything even. And because every block had the same stitch count, they went together really well and all the corners lined up, and it ended up looking really nice. So this is what I'm talking about when we have like even weight on either side. We've got 2 rows of 6 and I'm seaming up the middle here instead of having this and then having to seam here and having everything on one side. And then we've just got one seam to do down here and it will be finished. And I had a mild panic that something was upside down, but it isn't. It is 9:30 and we're on the final seam. I ended up having to put the pictures over this side so that the end of the name would be down the bottom of the blanket and the S would be at the top. There's Pinky. So again, we're doing the seam and we have kind of an even amount either side, so it's not too hard to put together. Let's hope this seam is the same size as this seam. So it is the next day after the party and I got the blanket finished 5 minutes before we had to leave. So we did some very quick glamour photos. Scarlett loved the blanket and her mum loved the blanket, so I'm sure it will be treasured and used. And it ended up being square. I thought it would still be rectangle, so I should have just done the animals facing down from the pictures and face them like in rows of 5 downwards, but I've made it so you can sort of turn it either way, and hopefully if she's sitting with it on the couch it'll look nice, and hopefully she likes it anyway. But yeah, it ended up being square instead of rectangle, so yeah, a bit of a bummer. But anyway, that's what happens when you don't really have a pattern. But I loved all the squares and how it turned out, and it was a lot of fun. I love doing the seams as well. I'm a little sad we didn't get to do the iron ore scene and all that kind of stuff, and I'm a little sad that it's finished now because it's like, what am I going to do? But I do have another corner to corner plan, which is going to be really fun. And at the party was Moana themed, and for the party favors, Scarlett's mom gave out these little hey hey and puas. So we got one each for the girls, and they're so cute. Hey hey's definitely my favorite. And so I'm going to leave you with the glamour photos. You can see the finished product. I've also got the photos up on the Pinterest board if you want to have a look. So I'll see you next week with another corner to corner. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe if you like what you see. And check out these other videos.